Hey COEA, this is Greg Palauta here to talk to you a little bit about the Janus case. This is a case that many of you heard from us about this last couple of years. It just dropped, the verdict just dropped yesterday, June 27th. And what happened, it was a 5-4 decision. It was really based on party lines where made it even harder for people to come together to speak up for each other, trying to dissolve the unions. It's really backed by these corporate billionaire interests. The same people who brought you the Friedrichs case a couple years ago, which ended in a 4-4 tie at the Supreme Court, also on party lines, only ended in a tie because Justice Scalia died back then. But now it's the same case, it's a different name, backed by the same people against the unions. What they did is they turned over 40 years of the last one. It was the Bood versus Detroit Board of Education, where we had non-member fair share fees. So right now that is now overturned, where we do not collect fair share agency fee payer fees. That's really much the only difference. It makes the ability to opt out of a union available, even though it's an idea that I do not encourage. These corporate billionaire interests also set up many agencies whose purpose is to get you to drop your union membership. The biggest one is called the Freedom Foundation. Again, it's backed by the same guys, the billionaires. And they encourage you to drop your union membership, telling you you'll get a raise, you'll still get represented. If you look at their websites, they very heavily support the actions of Betsy DeVoe. These guys will ask the districts for your information. Some districts will hand it out. They will do that public records request. Some won't. The ones that don't hand it out, they still find a way to figure out email addresses. Most districts, kind of like ours, use that first initial last name at your district of employment. And it's easy to find those names. If you look on the CTC website, all of us are on there who have active credentials. Other agencies out there will even offer alternatives to association membership, some are even cheaper. What I've seen a biggest one around us is the Christian Educators Association, so CEA. If you look up the history of it, they are really just a consulting company with a different name. They will say they offer you the same benefits that we do, but if you, again, look them up, they have one little place in the middle of America, very low staff, so it would be very difficult, if even feasible, to get any services from them. Our district, COEA, is starting to get hit by another group of these guys called My Pay, My Say. They might send you an email asking you to drop. They're all just trying to weaken our unions, weaken everything that we've worked for. So we know our local here is strong because of our member base. I'm looking this way because of the notes. When we're negotiating, we have strong membership that lets us have the bargaining powers to make all the changes we have made. This year we got raises in smaller class sizes, changes in safety. These things are in our contract, and we wouldn't have this strong contract if it wasn't for our strong voice in the union. We have about 99% solid union membership, and that's what gives us the leverage at the bargaining table. With the strong membership, it's going to be a lot harder to keep. With this membership, it's easier to get this stuff enforced. If we lose a lot of the membership, at some point, if we lose too much, our contract's null and void, where we can't enforce anything. Class changes could go to the point wherever the district wants. Our leaves, our sick leaves would be in jeopardy. For retirement benefits fund, that's in jeopardy as well. That's the next step for these corporate interests. They want to work on our sick leaves and our disability and retirement, which is something that I'm worried about. So I'm here also to talk to you about some benefits of being a member, because I really want COEA to stay a strong union and have full membership. Locally, just with COEA, just being a member gives you that voice and that vote in terms of bargaining in a contract. When we have a tentative agreement, then we can, you have your voice to vote on it. Other CTA discounts that we get: entertainment, food, stores, theme parks like Disneyland, the expensive one, and travel like cars and hotel rentals. You could compare on the CTA site to whatever you find in Expedia, and you might see a difference there. There's an app that I can list below in the notes under here that you can keep on your phone, so whenever you're out shopping, looking at oil changes, stores, food, groceries, at the movies, if you play golf, etc., you might find a discount there. Insurance, we have deals for home, car, life, and disability, with new programs this year for cancer and for student loan benefits. Other financial benefits, you can get the 403B through CTA. For people who retire, we have CTA Retired. If you're part of that, you could get VSP health and medication plans. That's on average cheaper than most of the popular Medi-Cal or Medicare supplement programs. Those aren't a big deal to you. The next two should be. Those are a big deal to me. The first one is the group legal services. This is where you have access to a lawyer for a free consult of about half an hour for every separate employment issue. You also get to $1 million in employment-related damages, liability, legal costs, as well as money to reimburse attorneys, bail bonds, and assault-related property damages. So in this day and age, you don't really want to be caught without that kind of representation. Anyone can make a claim against a teacher, false or real. To me, that's worth the membership alone. Is you hear in the news all these allegations toward teachers, or some people might make a mistake one day and they're going to be caught without attorneys. That's going to be very difficult. Another one is the death benefit. A lot of people don't know this, and everyone here already has it. If you're a CTA member, you have a death benefit. In this day and age, it's really expensive to die. Just the funeral costs alone, it's stress on the family. So all members, just off the bat, get a $2,000 death benefit. We also have a up to $10,000, depending on how many years you've been working. If you work 10 years, I think it's $10,000 accidental death and dismember benefit. And if it happens on the job, which we don't want to think about, it goes up to $50,000. We don't want to think about that, but it's just the best thing to have for your family, just in case. If you don't know about this, or if some things in your life have changed, just make sure your beneficiaries are current on this. If you have questions, go ahead and email us, and we will help you with that as well. Most importantly, our full local membership helps at the bargaining table, like we said before, in dealing with concerns with our administrators. We have the ability with this full membership, what we get from it, to keep our site reps and our leaders trained. We take advantage of the CTA conferences and workshops, and we're up to date to do the best we can to help you and our local as a whole. A lot of us are going to UCLA for a 4-day workshop to work on our negotiation skills and to learn about the finance and the budget. Other trainings are there for grievances and things that we can do to help, when you're in a spot you don't want to be in or you feel like you're being wronged. So we want to get trained as best as we can, and we can do that with the full membership. So I hope you continue to help us overcome this disappointing political decision by the Supreme Court. It's really political, but hopefully we can overcome that. It doesn't really impact us as bad as it sounds if we stay a full membership. We will still have our power, and we will still be able to stand up and have our voice. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at mycoeavoice@gmail.com. Also, if you can, join our Facebook group. You can always add me, Greg Pilato, as a friend, and I will invite you to our closed group to see about upcoming events and information, and just to keep you informed, such as our Union Night at Dodger Stadium. This is going to happen in August 31st. If you're interested in being a part of the COEA represented there, we're going to try to get a big group out there to support the union, get a cool union t-shirt. That's it for now. I will see you guys in August. If you have any questions, go ahead and contact me, and hope you have a great rest of the summer.